we are in our paint refinishing facility to show you some examples of type of work we do. The product that's out here on the table right now are actually some Avaya phone system examples. We got the phones in, we took them all apart, we removed the shells from the circuit boards, took all the parts apart, cleaned them, did all the preparation process, and actually paint refinished the product itself. The parts that are done are the tops, the bases, and then any of the componentry that goes with it, which includes displays, housings, anything that is visibly viewable for the phone. And here we have some of the tops for the 6408, and over here we have some parts for the 6424. Again, just some examples of some work that we do. This was something that we did today, so it's something that we wanted to show you. Now, if you look at the top here, we also do the handsets as well. And the beauty of doing more than one component is everything matches, because if you don't paint everything, there could always be a mismatch with something not looking correct. With everything all painted, you get a very nice contour, everything goes together perfectly. And the paint is very smooth, it's non-toxic, and it has no odor as well once the job is done. And if we step over here, we have an example of the handsets that have been all repainted in the same color. And as I mentioned, the phones come in pretty rough condition. This particular one right here is an example of a yellow phone that came in all beaten up, labels all over it, in terrible condition, dirty. And then after we broke it all down, removed all the parts, you have an end product right here, which is a beautiful phone that anybody would be happy to have on their desk. And beautiful things about it too is it saves money by redoing something that you already have, and it's friendly to the environment. And a couple of examples of some other things that we did today were some antique phones, as you can see right back here on the table as well, and those were painted in a black color. How they usually come in, start really dirty in the speaker, the button's dirty, everything pretty filthy. And this is probably one of the most common phones that is out there in the world. And what we do is we take it all apart, break the plastics down, take the phones completely apart, and repaint them. So after they're cleaned and painted, you can see they really come out beautiful. This one is the exact color. We've got the tops here for 9 phones. They're all totally repainted. The tops, and we have the base right here. This is the base plastic that goes with the phone. You can see it's like the coating is absolutely beautiful on it. And of course the displays. We have the displays here. It's almost like a model. You have to take everything apart to paint it. And then we have the actual stands themselves. The stands are all redone. They've got all their feet on them and everything. So just a little glance around to take a look. We've got the bases, the sub-base, displays, and then of course the tops. And what we'll do is put these phones back together and test them, and they'll look like a brand new phone. So this part's just the actual housing and shell of the phone. And next we'll be doing the handsets for these as well. Thank you for All Products Painting. What we have here today are 1X series of handsets for the 1400 and 9600 series telephones, both digital and IP. And these handsets were previously used. They're old handsets. And what we did is we cleaned, sanitized them, refurbished them, tested them, make sure they work. And then we repainted them in a color coating, which is almost identical to the original. So these are a charcoal black handset, a very smooth finish for the hand grip, as you can see right here, and the mouthpiece and the earpiece. And currently they're on our drying racks right now, just drying. And once the drying process has been completed, we will then test them one more time just to make sure that the handsets work, before we put them onto the phones and put them into a nice handset bag so that they're in like new condition. So if we come around the side here, you can get a better look of the handsets themselves. And we have a batch here that we just finished here today. I wanted to make sure and show them what we can do. And if we come down and look at the back of the handset, you can see it's smooth all the way down the back.
It's a chip-resistant, non-toxic paint. There is no odor once the handsets have dried. So the handset actually looks like it was molded in that color, and it's ready for use. So just kind of pan across here so you can see the handsets. So these are the 1X series handsets for the Avaya 1400 and 9600 series phones. And we do this so that we can reduce waste. Being green, we're repurposing them, putting them back into their normal use, but at the same time, it's a very high quality job so that we have consistency on all the handsets. They're all the exact same color, so when they're put back onto the phone, the user feels that it's a brand new sanitized handset, and it makes a really big difference for people who use these phones. It doesn't look like it's just been cleaned or anything. They basically look brand new when we're done. This is a Partner 18 non-display. You see it says SNET here. I chose not to paint the non-display because it really isn't too much of a market, but I have it here as representative of what we started with. So we got the phones back together. We did a full assembly today, got them all back together with new buttons, new lenses over the display, put the handsets on, and checked them out. The phones were absolutely perfect, just kind of scanned through the 9 phones. And to take a look at one of the handsets, you can see the paint job came out really, really nice. I chose to use black handsets because sometimes making a color change on handsets from white to black leaves a little line. However, that is not the case with the plastics themselves. You can see the top, the base, and the sub-base really, really came out nice. Remember, these were white, really grubby phones, so they worked fine, but they didn't look very nice. But now they look, like brand new sets. And we did not replace the plastics again, we painted them. So they're all painted the same color, Avaya black, right back to almost the original. There's no odor with this paint, and it's a plastic coat, and it really, really makes the phones look like new again. So just kind of do another scan here across all the phones, just to show you how they came out. And then we did another project too. We had a customer send us in a Polycom, very similar to this, and they wanted to have it painted in white. So we did it. This is the phone that completed. It's white with a high gloss clear on it to really protect it. And you can see we did the top, the base, everything, the whole Polycom. So thank you very much. I just wanted to wrap up our partner plastic painting project that we just did and show you what the final result looked like. Again, here's a complete phone with the handset cord, handset, new DESI sheet, overlay, new lens, new buttons. They really come out nice. There'd be no problem actually providing this as a phone system or, for maintenance parts. Thank you very much for watching. And today I wanted to show you the paint job that we did with modules. Starting with this one, you can see that it's very yellowed and has like a burnt look to the plastic itself. Not very desirable, not something that you want to reinstall or have installed in your office. And we kind of scan right over here. We can see the same type of thing on this module, very yellowish and dirty. But moving right next door, we have painted this plastic here, and you can see the difference in how the plastic looks after it's been painted. The left having the very yellow plastic, and then on the right, a really, really nice bright white finish. So we'll just kind of glide along here, and I'll show you some side-by-side, the same type of modules. You can definitely see the difference before it's been painted on the left, and then after it's painted on the right. We have the top and the bottom housing, and coming across here we have one of the housings by itself, again, yellowed, kind of grayish color, and then the same component after it's been painted. It's a very high quality paint, very durable. It's the match for these particular modules for the Avaya Partner and Lucent Partner system. Here's a batch that we did today just to kind of get the modules back in shape so they look presentable enough to put back in and reinstall. So just give you a quick overview of the ones we did today. And if we can help you out with this, with any of your needs in your office, or if you need equipment refurbished, we can definitely do these partner modules. We can also do a variety of other things that may have a similar yellowing or have a need to be repainted. Thank you very